Aging has long been viewed as a slow, inevitable march toward the end of life's journey. We imagine it in terms of gray hairs and wrinkles, aching joints and slower steps. But what if that image is only part of the story? What if, beneath the surface, our bodies experience dramatic, almost seismic shifts at certain points in time, points we might not even notice until they've already happened? Recent scientific breakthroughs are beginning to reveal just how complex and dynamic the aging process truly is. In an unprecedented study that followed individuals over years, researchers uncovered something astonishing. Humans don't age in a smooth, linear way. Instead, there are two distinct moments when the body undergoes massive molecular transformations, once in the mid-40s and again in the early 60s. These findings are reshaping our understanding of what it means to grow older. Far from being a gradual decline, aging appears to be punctuated by sharp biological changes, like cliffs rising up suddenly on the otherwise gentle slope of time. These transitions are not just theoretical, they are measurable, detectable in the very building blocks of our biology. The research involved tracking the inner workings of the human body with extraordinary precision. Scientists collected thousands of samples from volunteers, analyzing everything from the proteins in their blood to the microbes living in their gut. By examining these biological markers over time, they were able to spot patterns that had previously gone unnoticed. What emerged was a picture of two key turning points in the aging process. The first occurs around the age of 44, and the second near 60. At both of these times, the body experiences a surge in molecular activity, a kind of internal storm that alters the balance of countless biochemical processes. During the first peak, in the mid-40s, the body begins to show signs of shifting priorities. Metabolism starts to change, particularly in how it handles fats, caffeine, and alcohol. There's a noticeable increase in molecules related to cardiovascular stress, and subtle but significant disruptions appear in skin and muscle function. It's as though the body is recalibrating itself for a new phase of life. This period is often associated with major life events, mid-career transitions, family responsibilities, or personal milestones. But this study suggests there may also be a deeper, more fundamental shift taking place within us. It's not just about lifestyle choices or hormonal changes like those seen during menopause, it's about the body itself undergoing a kind of reset. Interestingly, these changes aren't limited to women. Men, too, experience similar molecular shifts at this stage in life. This challenges the traditional view that menopause is the primary driver of biological change in the 40s. Instead, it seems that something more universal is happening, something that affects all people, regardless of gender. The second major shift happens in the early 60s. This is another critical juncture, where the body once again reorganizes itself. Here, the changes are even more widespread. The metabolism of carbohydrates becomes more prominent, along with further disruptions in cardiovascular health. The immune system shows signs of wear and tear, and kidney function begins to decline. Skin and muscle continue to weaken, and the body's ability to regulate its own systems becomes less efficient. This period often coincides with retirement or a slowing down of daily routines. Yet, according to the study, the body is far from resting. Instead, it's entering yet another phase of transformation, one that brings with it new challenges and vulnerabilities. The implications are profound. Many of the diseases commonly associated with old age, heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, may not simply accumulate with time. They may instead be triggered or accelerated by these sudden molecular shifts. One of the most remarkable aspects of the study is the sheer scale of data it generated. Over hundreds of days, researchers collected thousands of biological samples from each participant. Each sample was a snapshot of the body's inner world, capturing the ebb and flow of RNA, proteins, lipids, and microbiomes. By piecing together these snapshots, scientists were able to map out the entire landscape of molecular change across the lifespan. The result was a staggering amount of information, over 246 billion data points in total. From this vast dataset, patterns began to emerge. Certain molecules spiked in concentration at specific ages, while others dropped off sharply. Some changes were subtle, barely perceptible at the individual level, while others were so dramatic that they could be likened to a switch being flipped inside the body. What makes this research especially compelling is its potential to revolutionize how we approach aging. If we can identify these key moments of transition, we may be able to intervene before serious health problems arise. For example, if we know that cardiovascular risk increases dramatically in the early 60s, we can develop targeted screening programs or personalized treatment plans to address that risk head-on. Similarly, if we understand that metabolic changes begin in the mid-40s, we can encourage healthier lifestyles during that period, perhaps through better nutrition, regular exercise, or even supplements designed to support the body during this vulnerable phase. The goal isn't to stop aging altogether, which is impossible, but rather to slow it down, manage its effects, and improve the quality of life as we grow older. Of course, the study is not without its limitations. The sample size, while impressive in terms of the number of data points collected, is still relatively small. Only 108 individuals participated in the study, and they were all between the ages of 25 and 70. While this range is broad enough to capture the two major peaks in molecular change, it doesn't account for the full diversity of the human population. Future research will need to include more participants from different backgrounds, cultures, and geographic regions to confirm whether these findings hold true universally. Moreover, the study focused primarily on biological markers, rather than subjective experiences of aging. While it provides valuable insight into the body's inner workings, it doesn't tell us how people actually feel during these periods of change. Do they notice the shifts? Do they experience symptoms that align with the molecular changes observed in the study? Answering these questions will require a more holistic approach, one that combines biological data with psychological and social factors. Another important consideration is the role of genetics. While the study found that the molecular shifts occurred in both men and women, it didn't explore how genetic differences might influence the timing or intensity of these changes. Some people may experience these peaks earlier or later than average, depending on their genetic makeup. Understanding these variations could lead to more personalized approaches to healthcare and longevity. Perhaps most intriguing is the possibility that these molecular shifts are not unique to humans. Similar patterns have been observed in other species, including fruit flies, mice, and zebrafish. This suggests that the stepwise nature of aging may be a fundamental biological principle, one that transcends species boundaries. If that's the case, then studying these patterns in simpler organisms could provide valuable insights into how to delay or even reverse the effects of aging in humans. But for now, the focus remains on the human experience. The study's findings offer a powerful reminder that aging is not a passive process. It is not merely the result of time passing, but a series of active, dynamic changes that shape the body and mind in profound ways. And by understanding these changes, we may be able to take control of them, to live longer, healthier lives, and to age with grace and dignity. In the coming years, we can expect to see more research building on these discoveries. Scientists will likely delve deeper into the mechanisms behind these molecular shifts, exploring how they interact with lifestyle, environment, and genetics. They may also investigate whether these changes can be influenced by interventions such as diet, exercise, or medical treatments. Ultimately, the message is clear: aging is not a simple matter of getting older. It is a complex, multifaceted process, full of surprises and opportunities. By continuing to study it with curiosity and rigor, we may one day unlock the secrets of longevity, and learn how to make the most of every moment in our lives. So, what does this all mean for us? If you've ever felt that time moves faster as we age, those days when a year seems to pass in the blink of an eye, you're not alone. But now, science is starting to catch up with those feelings, revealing that our bodies may be undergoing major shifts at key moments in life, even if we don't always notice them. The study shows that aging isn't just about the passage of time. It's about transformation, deep, molecular-level changes that affect how we function, how we feel, and how we respond to the world around us. And these changes aren't random. They follow a pattern, appearing at specific ages, affecting both men and women, and influencing everything from metabolism to immunity to skin health. This new understanding could change the way we approach health and wellness. Imagine being able to predict when your body is going through one of these transitions and taking steps to support it before problems arise. Whether it's adjusting your diet, increasing physical activity, or simply being more aware of potential health risks, knowledge like this empowers us to take control of our well-being in ways we never could before. And while the research is still in its early stages, it opens the door to exciting possibilities. Could we one day develop personalized strategies for aging, tailored to each person's unique biology? Could we find ways to slow down or even reverse some of these molecular changes? The answers may not be far off. As scientists continue to explore these questions, one thing is clear: aging is not just a decline, it's a process full of complexity, nuance, and opportunity. And by paying attention to the signals our bodies send us, we can learn to live better, longer, and more fully. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on more fascinating content. Thanks for watching.